This meeting is called to order in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. The meeting was included in a list of meeting dates sent to the Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger and the Highland Park Planet on January 8th, 2015, and was posted on the bulletin board of Borough Hall, 221 South 5th Avenue on January 8th, 2015, and has remained continuously posted as required by law. Fire exits are to my left and to my right. If you come up to speak, please speak into the microphones, and assistive listening devices are available. All right, Dan, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Pearl-Mittler?
Here.
Councilman Erickson? Councilman Fine?
Here.
Councilwoman Foster-Dublin?
Here.
Councilman George? Councilman Potts?
Here.
Councilwoman Welkowitz?
Here.
Borough Attorney Schmier?
Here.
Borough Administrator Kovac?
Here.
All right, I don't see anyone from Main Street here, so we'll skip the Main Street minute. Council reports. Councilwoman Foster-Dublin, would you start us off, please?
Sure, Mayor. Just an awareness as we are coming to the end of the year and the holiday seasons are upon us. We did receive a grant for Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over, so I want to remind everyone in the midst of your merriment that you must be careful with your alcohol consumption, that we'll be strictly enforcing those rules, and just be careful about everyone in your surroundings, that when you go out that you don't have too much merriment, because we all want to return to our home and to be safe. And with that, I want to say a happy holidays to all. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Councilman Fine?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening. First, I would like to mention two items related to the borough's Commission for Universal Access. As she is ending her term on the Board of Ed in about 2 weeks, I would like to thank Catherine Bull for her contributions as an active Board of Ed liaison to the Commission on Universal Access. The Commission will surely miss her participation. I also want to express thanks to Andrea Bay, the borough's Recreation Arts Program Coordinator, for writing a winning grant proposal to the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation for Autism for the expansion of the borough's summer day camp to be all-inclusive and support ASD children. The Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation for Autism has awarded the Borough of Highland Park an $8,000 grant. Thank you, Andrea, for enabling the borough to receive this grant. Second, as the liaison to the Highland Park Housing Authority, I would like to inform Highland Park residents that the Housing Authority's waiting list is open, and that anyone residing or working in Highland Park will get 5 preference points on the waiting list. The criteria for eligibility are as follows. The head of household has to be 62 and over in age. Applicants who are disabled and on supplemental security income or social security disability, or who are in the process of applying for the benefit, will be considered. The gross income limit for a single person is $48,800, and for a couple, $58,800. If eligible and accepted for occupancy, a resident will pay 30% of their adjusted income. And finally, the Highland Park Community Food Pantry that I am council liaison to, I want to just mention, is a volunteer-run organization that was established about 15 years ago to provide non-perishable food to residents in need. Last year, the food pantry served more than 300 families, and need is increasing. The food pantry is supported by donations that come from individuals, organizations, and businesses in Highland Park and nearby, with some additional emergency food donations from the county, state, and federal governments. It does not receive any local tax dollars. So if you would like to volunteer for the food pantry, please call 732-819-0052 or send an email to highlandparkfoodpantry@gmail.com with your contact information, tasks you would like to help with, any special skills you may have, and the hours you are available. That's my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Potts.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to mention again the annual holiday dinner, which is going to be held on Christmas Day, which is Friday, December 25th, and that will take place from 1 to 3 o'clock at the Highland Park Senior Center on South 6th Avenue. And we hope everyone who is looking for a place to go that day keeps that in mind as an option for something to do. On a personal note, I'd just like to thank all the borough members, the council members, the mayor, all the staff members here at Highland Park, and also mention to the Highland Park residents that it's been an honor and a privilege to serve you folks for the last 3.5 years. My term does end on December 31st of this year, so I did want to express my gratitude and appreciation for all of your support, and it's been great working with all of you. I found out several years ago how Highland Park, how special it was. I knew it was when we moved here back in 1995, but when my wife was diagnosed with leukemia back in 2006 and then further had a stem cell transplant in 2007, the residents, a lot of our friends all came together and provided meals at our house and everything. So I have to really say it's been a very special group of people that live here in Highland Park and continues to be. And then after she passed away in 2011, again, those same friends and relatives and residents in Highland Park came through again for us as well. So I think that speaks great to the people that live here in Highland Park. And again, I just want to thank you for your support these past 3.5 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Council President, no, you're the end of the... Yes, you are. Council President Welkowitz.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of things. This Thursday evening, we begin our kickoff campaign for our new Smart Homes program that provides a discounted energy audit to homeowners. The energy audit costs $49, and it's quite comprehensive. And you will also be advised as to financing options and tax credits. Please join us Thursday at 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Highland Park Library for more information and for our kickoff meeting. And just two more things. On the agenda tonight, we'll be approving the Casino Night Raffle license. This is the big Highland Park Ed Foundation fundraiser. I see Matt Hirsch is in the audience from the Ed Foundation. I also want to thank Joan Gartner for this as well. Lastly, for the past couple of weeks, I've been working closely with the Middlesex County Improvement Authority. I'd like to thank John Polomino and Denise Nichols from the Improvement Authority for allowing the Highland Park Redevelopment Agency join the county-wide grant to the U.S. EPA. These are federal funds. It's a very competitive grant. The county has applied for these grants 5 times in the past, the last time in 2008. Each time they've been successful, so we're very hopeful. The purpose of the grant is to bring funding to remediate known sites for redevelopment. And as the mayor can attest, that's one of her #1 priorities is further redevelopment of our downtown. So I'd like to also thank Councilman Phil George, Chairwoman Rosie Borough, and the rest of the redevelopment agency, and also Michael Rosenberg, Chair, and Alan Williams, Vice Chair of our Environmental Commission for their support in this. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Borough Administrator, do you have a report tonight?
Just something really short, Mayor.
Okay.
I wanted to bring to the attention of the residents that as of January 4th, Borough Hall will be changing their office hours. The hours will be 8 to 4 on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Tuesday, Borough Hall will be open till 6 p.m., and on Friday we'll be closing at 1 p.m. This is so that give the some residents who work the opportunity to come and do business in Borough Hall after work hours instead of having to take time off. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you. And thank you for that change in hours. I think it will make it much easier for our residents. Borough Attorney, do you have a report?
No report, Madam Mayor.
Okay. I just have a couple of quick things. First, I want to alert everyone to a very exciting event we're planning on having in honor of Dr. King's birthday on Monday, January 18th. As you know, every year our Human Relations Commission honors a borough resident with the Dr. King Award. I'm not going to spill the beans on who that will be, but if you come to the event on the 18th, he or she will be there to receive the award. And we will have a very special speaker there that night as well. You should start seeing some publicity about this in the next couple of days. And finally, Councilman Potts, it has been a real pleasure working with you over the last few years. You and I had quite a few projects we worked on together. Your presence in the senior center was warmly received by so many of the participants in the program there. Everyone has such nice things to say about you. And I hope you'll join us at the reorg meeting on January 5th. But once again, thank you so much for your service to our community.
Thank you.
All right, any public discussion? Please come up to the microphone and tell us your name and address.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Randy Schutz. I own part owner in Chucker Cab.
Oh,
I never got to meet the mayor, never got to meet anybody here, thank God, but I have to come tonight on your behalf. We're having a problem, and hopefully you guys could help us, because we can't. I'm trying to do the best I can to fight it, but you can't fight City Hall, I guess. New Brunswick has an ordinance that they passed 4 years ago, and the ordinance is that you can drop off in New Brunswick, but you cannot pick up in New Brunswick. So when this ordinance came about, they came to me and they said, look, Randy, this is not for you guys. This is for taxi cabs that are illegal, that are downtown, that are killing our business. So we said, okay, it's not a problem. We'll, I guess we'll just keep doing business as usual. Well, the last couple months, we have got several citations down there, and the last one was last week, and I had to rush over there. I wasn't driving, it was one of my drivers. I rushed to Robert Wood Johnson, where there was a senior from the senior building in a wheelchair. Mm-hmm. They told her not to get in the car, to go back inside to Robert Wood. She's not allowed to take the car, and she has to wait for a New Brunswick taxi to take her back. She cannot take us back to Highland Park. Now, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but this just doesn't seem possibly that it could be possible that this day and age, that this could be even humanly possible, that could be lawful to do to somebody. I believe you have some kind of rights here. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. I have gone to the Council of New Brunswick and pleaded my case there last council meeting. I went tonight thinking, I talked to Joan's assistant and asked her what time the meeting here was tonight. I was going to try to kill two birds with one stone, going back to New Brunswick and then come here, but Randy that's me, got the signals crossed. Their meeting is tomorrow. Okay. So I am going back tomorrow. I have done some further research. I have gone on CTC. I don't know if any of you listened to it last Friday about this matter. It's just, we have a lady that I've been here 84, whatever it is, 31 years or something like this. I've been part owner in this company. We have a lady that works at Robert Wood Johnson that I've been taking to Robert Wood Johnson and home for 31 years. We have people here that we've been taking forever. Down to New Brunswick, back to Highland Park, back from Edison, back to Edison, back from Piscataway. Now I'm going to let you a little secret that people don't know about the taxi cab company. We don't only service Highland Park, we do 500 to 600 calls a day. 50 of these calls are our residents, your residents, going down to New Brunswick to either have some kind of doctor or some kind of service done down there and want to come home. Yeah. Listen, we all have the right to take who we want to take. I thought we did. And when I went to the council meeting, the council said to me, basically this. The lawyer says no one's ever pushed the matter, so we leave it on the books. I don't know what that means to me, but it just doesn't sound possible that this day and age could be possibly not be a fringe of your rights of who you want to take and not take.
Okay, let me ask a question for a second, Attorney. Is this
is an
something
ordinance that they have.
Is this, can a municipality regulate who can pick up residents in their community?
Well, it certainly sounds unfair if you can, and I think we ought to look into it. How about, can you get licensed in New Brunswick as well?
No, you can't. License in New Brunswick goes for about 45 to whatever it is now. Just like our licenses, the borough gives us a license that is, I guess I can go on record here, $50, and then they give us a driver's one that's $25. Owners pay $50. But our company is sold individually. There's 15 owners in our company. We have 15 taxi cabs or 14 taxi cabs. So when you buy, you have to buy one of our licenses. If you want to come work at AA Checker Cab, you have to buy my medallion,
Right.
which is worth, I don't want to stay here, but it's worth a lot more than $50. Right. So I can't go down there and get a license down there to operate down there. Right. But I mean, I mean, I've known this gentleman a long time, and I just don't think it's fair for the seniors here. It made me upset to see this lady.
Yeah, it's terrible. What I can do, Ed, and tell me if this is okay. What I would like to do is I do speak to Mayor Cahill on a regular basis. So I'll be happy to discuss this situation with him the next time we talk.
It just doesn't seem, I mean, when I seen that lady in a wheelchair, that they told her to go back into the hospital, it's just mind-boggling to me that this day and age that this could even happen.
Yeah.
And you know what I said to him? After you gave me these tickets that are $1,000, can I take the lady home? Why are you going to let her go back? And you fine me. Give me the tickets and let me go, but let me take the lady back to the senior building.
So I think we need to let me, if that's all right.
It's okay.
Appeal to the mayor there and perhaps some of the council members.
I mean, I appreciate it not only for our business, but for the people of Highland Park. I mean, if this was an ordinance that everybody did, like if Highland Park did it, Edison did it, Piscataway did it, everybody did it, you're talking about 5.5 miles in New Brunswick. They'd be out of business in a week if they could only pick up in New Brunswick.
Right.
We'd be out of business in 2 days if we could only pick up in Highland Park.
Yeah.
2 point whatever it is. I don't know. I'd be probably embarrassing myself. It's like 2.8 miles or whatever it is. So, you know, there's no other towns. There's 2 other towns that have this ordinance that I called today at East Windsor. You know what the sergeant told me there? That's been there. He said he's been in traffic for 10 years. He said, Randy, you just told me something I never heard of. He didn't even know they had the ordinance because nobody ever did anything with the ordinance.
Yeah. So let me, Randy, if you don't mind, call either giving your phone number and information to our borough administrator for me, and I'll get back to you after I speak to Mayor Cahill.
Okay. Like I said, you know, I just feel bad for the...
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about a company that's been in business since 1946.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
that's what we've been around. We've been going over that bridge for however many years it is, and now you're telling me that we can't come over no more
Right.
and take our customers home. I'm not asking you to take your customers
Right.
home. I just want to take the people that I bought their home.
I hear you. I hear you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And don't we have an agreement for discounted rate for our seniors with you guys?
I'm sorry? Yes, but the senior rate is only in Highland Park.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it doesn't work on that?
No, it doesn't work on a
Right.
out-of-town fare, but, I mean, we do take them down there and we do bring them home, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Any other public comment? Okay, seeing none, we'll go on.
You have a comment?
Oh. Please state your name and address, please.
Herb Gross, I live at Adelaide Gardens. Madam Mayor.
Yes, sir.
For the past 5 months, I've been on this floor trying to find out who is responsible and what the Borough of Highland Park is going to do about this deplorable situation on First Avenue. I've listened to excuses from the council members, which I don't accept. I've listened to excuses from you, which I don't accept. Tonight, I want to know, back in October, you stated right here at this meeting that a citation was issued. Tonight, I would like to know, who did you issue the citation to?
So Mr. Gross, I'm happy to answer your questions, but I do want you to know I don't give excuses for anything. I recall the conversation, that was when Mr. Luthman was in code enforcement. He did go down to, can you hear me okay? He did go down to First Avenue, and he did speak with the owner of the property that you had mentioned. Borough Administrator, if you would follow up with Scott Brescher, please, so we can find out who exactly is the person who repaired the sidewalk.
Okay, I'll find out.
Okay?
Well, I'm trying to still find out. You are the one mayor, madam, that said a citation was issued.
Mm-hmm.
If the citation was issued, who did you issue it?
Well, I didn't personally issue it, and so what I just asked the Borough Administrator to do is follow up with the new construction officer who's handling these things, so we can get that information for you.
I've listened to a member of this council at last month's meeting, and he said that due to the weather, it was deplorable to even attempt to fix this situation. I don't accept his explanation, because I live at Adelaide Gardens, and over at Red Cliff Avenue in the past couple weeks, the men did a wonderful job. They did the whole street on Red Cliff Avenue. So I cannot accept his excuse that the weather is not permitting this to be taken care of.
So I don't know who it was that mentioned that to you, because I didn't hear that. As I said, you did let us know about South First Avenue. The construction officer is going to get to the Borough Administrator, and we will get a word out to you on who was actually fined.
I'll be waiting for your explanation at next month's meeting, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, any other public discussion? All right. Clerk, would you report on advertising the handicap parking ordinance amendment for consideration of passage on final reading by title?
An ordinance amending on-street parking regulations for residences occupied by handicapped persons and amending the code of the Borough of Highland Park was duly advertised for consideration of passage on final reading by title, and affidavits of publication are on file. The ordinance was posted and made available for public inspection as required by law.
Okay. May I have a motion to adopt or reject this ordinance?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Public hearing.
Oh, sorry. Public hearing at all on this? Any questions, any comments? Okay, seeing none, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Motion to adopt. Sorry. You take it up on
Motion.
final reading. Motion to adopt. Sorry.
Okay. May I have a motion to adopt or reject?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Okay.
Councilman Fine?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster Dublin?
Yes.
Councilman Potts?
Yes.
Councilwoman Welkowitz?
Yes.
Okay. May I have a resolution to approve the budget transfers, motion to adopt or reject?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Fine?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster Dublin?
Yes.
Councilman Potts?
Yes.
Councilwoman Welkowitz?
Yes.
Okay. May I have a motion to adopt the following items? Resolution to credit water and sewer account 238 Cleveland Avenue. Resolution to approve the bills list. Resolution to approve the taxi operator licenses 2016. Resolution to approve the taxi owner licenses 2016. Resolution to accept the 2014 audit. Resolution to approve pay estimate number 1, Wilcoff Roofing and Construction, 2015 various roof projects. Resolution to approve pay estimate number 1, P&A Construction, 2015 roadway improvements. Resolution to approve participation in the Garden State Municipal Joint Insurance Fund. Resolution to schedule the 2016 adjourned and reorganization meetings. Resolution to support grant submission of redevelopment agency to MCIA. Resolution to amend medical insurance payout waiver. Resolution to approve final payout to Master Code Enforcement Officer, Housing Inspector Diane Ray. Resolution to amend the annual salary resolution. Resolution to credit the water and sewer accounts, 501-505 at Raritan Avenue. Resolution to submit grant application and execute grant contract with NJDOT 2016 roadway improvement project. Resolution to approve casino night raffle license, the Highland Park Educational Foundation. Resolution authorizing 2015 municipal services agreement between Highland Park and the Crossings at Highland Park Homeowners Association. May I have a motion to adopt or reject?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Fine?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster Dublin?
Yes.
Councilman Potts?
Yes.
Councilwoman Welkowitz?
Yes.
Clerk, can you please report on the election of volunteer firefighter?
I received notification from the Highland Park Volunteer Fire Department of the election of Shane Santalucia as a volunteer firefighter.
May I have a motion to confirm?
Motion to confirm?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Fine?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster Dublin?
Yes.
Councilman Potts?
Yes.
Councilwoman Welkowitz?
Yes.
Okay. Any public discussion? Mrs. Bickert, can you please come up?
Ruth Bickard. I got a water bill, water sewer bill for this month, almost double what I normally pay. And then I found from a couple of my acquaintances, they also got exceedingly high increments. Did the tax rates go up, or?
No, there was no increase in the water taxes.
The only thing I could tell you is that that's from the summer months, and it was a hot summer and a dry summer. But if you have questions about your water bill, I suggest you call the water department, and they can send someone out. And what the guys do is they'll come through your house and they'll kind of see if there's any kind of leak. You probably have a very small water bill, and double is still double, no matter how big it is.
I mean, there are 4 people living in the house, and we have a watchman. I have students living here. So it's a 2-family house, but I pay the water bill. But my water bill was almost $550.
Wow, that's a lot. I would have them come in and look, and they can check the toilets to see if they run. People really don't realize how much money that will cost you. There's certain things that you probably wouldn't even realize would cost you a lot of money.
I spoke to somebody, and they told me, when nobody's home,
right,
read your meter, and then an hour or 2 later, come back and read it again. And I did that. So there's no leakage anywhere.
So it didn't move at all?
Not at all. And
someone's using a lot of water in your house.
That's apparently it. Because I didn't even water my lawn this year because it was so hot, and I just wasn't up to
The thing I worry about is if you do have a leak, you don't want it to continue and
Well,
to
I did that
accrue.
too. I found last week that my kitchen faucet was just starting to leak right at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had the handyman coming to repair something else. I said, when you come, you have to bring me a new faucet.
Yeah, because people don't realize that could really make your water bill go up.
But the amount was, and then I spoke to 2 people, also single-family owned, and they said that their water bills were...
Well, if they have any questions, they can certainly call, and we can have someone come out and look at your, look at your meter or check things out for you.
Thank you. Any other public discussion? Okay? Seeing none, we will adjourn to our conference meeting. Thank you.